Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about postpartum recovery. Postpartum recovery means post-delivery, whether you've had a cesarean section or you have had a normal delivery. Both require equal amount of care and nursing after you deliver the baby, because whether you have had a normal or a cesarean, your body has undergone changes for a period of 9 months. So your body definitely needs time to recover from that fact. Yeah, people who have had a normal delivery can have a lesser recovery time, and the people who have had a cesarean section might require a more recovery time because you have undergone a major surgery. So I'm just going to brief you about what and all things you should keep and you should watch for in the first week, and how the postpartum phases differ. Yeah, first and foremost is immediately after you deliver, whether you've had a vaginal delivery or a cesarean section, the first week is very important. You need to take adequate rest. Yeah, when you had a normal delivery, the rest you might require less rest compared to the person who have had a cesarean section. That doesn't mean you can jump into your regular activities as soon as you have given birth, because normal delivery is also not easy. You have had labor for more than 12 hours or 18 hours. You have struggled through for that duration of time, and you have pushed so many times to get the baby out. So your body also needs rest. That initial 1 week is definitely crucial for both the category of people. So if you have had a normal delivery, so make it a point take a good rest and start breastfeeding your baby as soon as possible if you have decided to breastfeed your baby. And then the third thing is watch for your episiotomy wound. If you have had a tear or if you have had a planned episiotomy, it is very important to take care of that episiotomy stitches in that first week. Yeah, to take care of that wound, what you can do is take a sitz bath. You can just take a basin and put in with lukewarm water and put in a few drops of betadine in it, and then sit in that at least for in 15-20 minutes, once in the morning and once in the night. So it will help the healing process much faster. And then next important thing is care for your breasts, either a normal delivery or cesarean. If you are breastfeeding the baby, it's important to watch for your cracked nipples or engorged breasts. So make sure you feed the baby once in every 2 to 3 hours. And if you feel that milk is getting more, and after feeding both the breasts, your breast should definitely feel softer. Yeah, if you still feel that baby is not sucking properly, if you feel the milk is getting accumulated there, so make it a point to express it out. Don't let the milk stay in there, so it can lead to mastitis. Yeah, so that's about your first week, how it goes with your normal delivery. If you have had a cesarean section, it's all the more important to take care of your body, because you have had a major surgery. Your body definitely requires time to heal, so make it a point you get adequate rest. Yeah, whenever the baby sleeps, you should also sleep, and try not to lift any heavy weights or anything. Don't lift baby also more often. Try to get a help from a friend or from your partner. And next important thing is, in the initial days, you watch for your wound infection also. You just each time when you take bath, just wash the wound area wherever you had a surgery or incision. Just wash it with clean water, and pat it dry, and make that area dry, and then put an ointment on it. If you have had depends upon what kind of stitches, or is it absorbable stitches, or is it a staplers or non-absorbable stitches. Depends upon what kind of suture you have had there. And then make it a point to check your temperature once or twice in every day, because within a week's time, there is more chance for your vaginal infections or endometritis, or breast engorgement also can cause increase in your temperature. So make it a point you check your temperature, and drink adequate water. So exercise, walking and all, you should definitely do. Sitting ideally and resting in the bed for a long duration of time is also very dangerous. So make it a point you take little walks here and there whenever you feel with the help of your spouse or your friend or partner or somebody. Just try to walk around a little bit, few steps, to prevent the blood clots. Yeah, because when you're lying down in one single position for a long duration of time, the blood can clot in your in the lower limbs. So that clot can dislodge, and it can land in your heart, brain and all. It can cause very dangerous complications. So that risk is very much high in your postpartum period. So it is very important for you to take those small walks immediately in that first week of the post delivery. So in the first week, in the normal delivery case, you should definitely watch for your episiotomy, and in the cesarean section you should watch for your wound infection, and you need to check your body temperature, and you need to walk around a bit. Yeah, so initial 1 week's time, it will be a bit difficult to move around. Also, it's very common because your skin might look, it is completely healed, but your cesarean's wound has happened in multiple layers, so each layer will take its own time to heal. The maximum time where the inside layer of the uterus also can completely heal is around 21 to 28 days. So till then, whenever you move, getting out of the bed, getting onto the bed can be a bit troublesome or can be a bit painful also. Just because it is there, you need not be in constant pain. If you have too much pain, talk to your doctor, get good painkillers, and you can use the suppositories also for the pain. They are very good. They help you a lot with the pain. Okay, they are very safe during the breastfeeding also. Okay, just because you are breastfeeding, that doesn't mean you should be in pain for all the time. So definitely go for the painkillers. Yeah, and you can definitely use the heating pads, which will help you. Don't directly put the heating pad on your cesarean wound. You can put it on your back or just above the wound or below the wound. Yeah, whenever you're wearing the abdominal binder, if you're wearing the tummy tucker or something like that, then you should that should be above your stitch line. Don't put the lining of that whatever you're wearing on the stitch line. So make it a point this nicely pulled up, so it will kind of support your tummy also, and it will help you in walking as well. So these are the things you should watch in the first week after your delivery. So there are certain danger symptoms, also danger signs, which you should know, and if you see any of these symptoms, you should immediately head to the hospital. First and foremost is, if you have any kind of fever, more than 100 degrees or 38 degrees, you should definitely go see the doctor, because that you should not have any fever. And if you have any foul smelling vaginal discharge, and if you are having heavy bleeding, yeah, bleeding is very common. You can have bleeding up to 6 to 8 weeks, both in normal deliveries and in cesarean section. But if your bleeding is uncontrollable, you should not be passing clots and all. It can be a sign of secondary postpartum hemorrhage, so that can be quite dangerous. So if you see if your bleeding is too much heavy, if you are having too much of pain which is unbearable, which you are not able to manage with the medicines what they have given from the hospital, and if you have any engorged and tender breasts, and if you have severe headache or any blurring of vision, and if you have chest pain, and if you have all these just watch for all these symptoms. If you see any of these symptoms in you in the initial first week after your delivery, you should definitely go and see the emergency services. Yeah, and how it is equally important for you to have a emotional health as well. The physical health is also very, very important, but your emotional health is also very, very important, because postpartum depression or postpartum blues or baby blues, whatever you call it, it's very common as soon as you deliver. Up to 60 to 70% of the women can experience this kind of symptoms. The most common symptoms would be, you'll feel very sad, you'll feel very low in energy, you will feel like you are not in that place. You'll think all sorts of things, like you are not able to take care of the baby, you are very irritable. That's all because of the hormones. Your estrogen and progesterone levels are dropping, and your oxytocin and your prolactin levels are increasing. So this hormonal changes and surges and decreasing in these hormones can put into emotional strain to anybody. So it's very important to know the difference. So you can experience all these symptoms in the initial up to 2 weeks after you have delivered. If your symptoms last for more than 2 weeks, yeah, if you're having symptoms of very depressed, and if you are getting the thoughts of hurting the baby, or if you are getting some suicidal thoughts or something like that, so those are the symptoms, maybe a symptom of postpartum depression. So that's a very, very serious condition. So any doubts you have, talk it out. Okay, don't keep it to yourself. Talk to your friend or talk to your husband or whoever is around, or if you feel comfortable, you can open up with your doctor also. So whatever emotional things you're going on in your mind, so speak it out. Don't keep everything inside you. So if you have if you are if you are finding it difficult to cope it up after 2 weeks after the delivery also, you should definitely seek medical help. That might be quite dangerous. Physical health is important, and so is your emotional or the mental health. So these are the things you should watch at the initial stages, that is at least at the first week after you deliver. So know the place, which stage of the postpartum period you are in. Okay, so don't compare your recovery to anyone else. They might have recovered fast and you are recovering slow. Somebody might tell they didn't have any pain at that stage, why you are having still pain. Don't compare your recovery timeline to anybody. Each pregnancy is different, so is each postnatal period also. So take your own time. There is no hurry. Every person is different, so give it adequate time to heal on its own. Go with it at 6 weeks. It's very important thing. What you should notice is if you have had any thyroid problems, if you have had any gestational diabetes or anything, or if you have had any high blood pressure or something like that, you should get yourself checked for all these things, whether they are the problems, whether they were because of the pregnancy or whether you really have those problems. So this is the perfect time to check for that. For those blood tests, you need to definitely go for a follow-up. And then at 6 weeks but to 8 weeks, you should almost stop bleeding, and that is the period when you should think about your contraception, because for you after 6 weeks you might start ovulating. If you are breastfeeding, you might not be getting your periods, but you still can ovulate. So that is the reason most of them will conceive in their lactational amenorrhea. Okay, just because you're not getting your periods, that doesn't mean you're not ovulating. So at that stage, it's very, very important to think about contraception. Maybe you should go for some contraceptive pills, or there are huge options of contraception available. Talk to your doctor about contraception. Birth spacing is very, very essential. At least 2 years gap should be there. Minimum 2 to 3 years gap should be there between the births for your body to recover also. And you don't want to conceive in lactational amenorrhea and land up with another pregnancy within 6 months of time. Yeah, so these are the things you should keep in mind when you are recovering from normal delivery or from the cesarean section. I feel this video was helpful. I'll see you all in the next video. If you find this video helpful, kindly subscribe and share, and I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.